Hey everybody, it's Corey from Thought Soldiers. So it's Monday night, and I just got some channelings of some about the recent energy waves, kind of what they've done and what to look forward to in the month of September. When I channel, I actually write everything down, so I'm going to be reading off the screen and then elaborating. If you kind of notice I'm kind of reading off the screen and then may channel a little bit more to help unpack kind of what's been going on. So the recent geostorms have knocked down 3 grids. According to this, it's a Archon grid, a Draconian grid, and an Anunnaki grid that were still active on planet Earth. So these grids are shadow grids, enslavement grids, that are control grids that basically will backdoor in order to they can backdoor our subconscious mind, get in through our pineal gland. I know the Archon grids, they can use backdoors in order to conceal themselves as archangels, masters, and to mimic in order to get you to kind of feed into that grid, feed into those entities that have been enslaving humans for eons. And this is just basically what I've channeled and little information I've picked up about these groups, because I haven't really researched them before, but I was taken up to the astrals and given a lot of information just now and wanted to come down and share it as I continually unpack this. So what's going on is these grids, they stay afloat based off the fear battery within us, and as those batteries decrease and those grids are falling, stronger attacks on light workers are going to occur as it feeds into that grid system and will keep them open and active. And as there are many grid workers that are going around and shutting down those grids right now, they are currently going to attack your field based on the weakness that they find within your field. So the one way we can alchemize this experience, as I've stated before, with any sort of shadow beings or entities we encounter, is it's essentially showing us a weakness that we can then take and strengthen in our field, as long as we become mindful of it and take the necessary actions towards removing those things from our field. And this is through shadow work, it's through awareness, and it's also through full alignment with your soul. And so as you start to align with the Christ consciousness and the purity that is you in all light and in all crystalline form, as we are upgrading, what's going to happen is these things are going to start to leave your field, as long as you start to access solutions to these patterns or these lifestyle ways of living your life, relationships you encounter, thought forms. As long as you start to step into the solution, you're going to start to notice those things leave your field, and you're going to start to access those solutions. And what's even greater about this is you are now uploading your solution to the grid, and so then someone else can access it if they are encountering the same issue as they are starting to expand and grow and evolve. So as you are strengthening your field, you're going to be being able to call off these lower vibrational energies that are coming in and are going to leech and nest in your field. And this is what's happening right now, is there's a huge kind of striking fear in the light worker and in those that are in full alignment and are of the purity consciousness, that are living honest, truthful lives. And the main attack is on them. It's the attack is happening globally as I'm seeing it. But it's really trying to siphon our energy and live off of our fear to keep those control systems alive. So let's see. Frequency tune-ups are occurring globally as we are accessing higher timelines. So further Kundalini activations are causing different aspects to be projected outward from our field as the energy gets stuck in our energetic system. And so, like for me, for instance, I'm having a lot of issues in having joyous relationships in my life, with my family, with my friends, with my partner. And so it's showing me a block in my sacral. And so the focus has been on unblocking, and I'm just using a personal thing, to unblock my sacral in order to let this Kundalini rise accordingly. And I've now, after doing a lot of sacral work today, I've been able to get it up to my throat, and now I'm working on clearing through my throat. So you'll find as these energy waves are coming in, and we are integrating these aspects, you're going to notice these blockages. You're going to feel a density or heaviness wherever this blockage occurs, and it's telling you something. So a really good thing to do is to go research body signals and the spiritual meaning or the energetic meaning behind body signals, where it's at, and it'll tell you with what's going on. Especially if it aligns with your chakra system, you can do research on whatever chakra, what that chakra is associated with, and you can further do your shadow work to figure out what you need to release in order to let those energies rise as these kundalini activations are happening and as we are integrating. And so the shadow stuff that's coming up, at least for me, is a lot more inner child core wounding, along with feeling these densities in or around our field. And this can manifest in body sensations or actual physical pain. So take time to rest and integrate as we are further expanding our chakra systems to allow more templates to arrive and to anchor in and to integrate more of these codes. So for me, the one thing I've been doing is a lot more fetal position work. So a lot of when I'm going and I'm processing, when I was doing my sacral work today, I got in the fetal position and I cuddled up with a bunch of blankets, and I just sat there and I put my hands over my sacral, and I applied Reiki to them, and just applied healing and said affirmations, and I even put some carnelian and some tiger's eye in my blankets and rested it on my sacral, in order to kind of alleviate that inner child wound and to kind of restore myself to my natural blueprint, which is what happened before my programming, before the age of 0 to 7, when I picked up a majority of my programming that landed me into all of this shadow work and all of the turmoil that I faced in my life and all these programs that I'm currently breaking and that we're all breaking. So let's see. So to integrate the blueprint, reset, try fetal position, and inner child work, which I just talked about, sacred womb work, to restore your natural blueprint. So I know one person who does sacred womb work. It's something I've never delved into, but that's a lot of the divine feminine aspect, and in balancing, activating, and healing our sacral. And that's where we have a lot of inner child wounds, I've found. And this also will help the divine feminine in bringing their power back, as the rise of the feminine is really occurring right now. And this is their power zone, is the sacral. So this will help any of the feminines that are out there that are trying to restore themselves to their natural blueprint, is to focus on your power centers, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. Right now I'm focusing heavily on my sacral. So this is a time to invest in yourself, as it will be easier to bounce into the new timelines that are awaiting. 0 point energy is close to full manifestation on Earth, and as we continue to evolve, the bounces and wobbles will be getting easier to handle as you learn what your body needs in order to integrate and update. So everyone is different. Everyone adjusts to these changes differently, and the call is to find what works for you and to do that. So for me, mine's a lot of rest, and mine is a lot of creating space and harmony and detaching from my relationships, which is, it actually helps as our telepathy is coming online, because we're still in communication with, like if you're in a sacred union, or you're in a twin flame partnership, or you are heavily connected with people in the astrals, through the star grid or even the crystalline grid, your telepathy is coming online. It's going to be easier to be alone, because you're still in constant communication, and you're still communicating with one another, and so it helps in the hermiting phase. If you're having to do that to integrate, is you will still feel those energies close, even though they might not be here in your physical reality, or there may be discord in the relationship currently, no communication, things of that nature, or just a lot of distance. You will find that your friends that you are telepathically connected with, and their instincts are online right now, and their gifts and abilities are online as yours are. You're going to find more communication with them in the astrals. During your day-to-day, you'll just get some random insight, or they'll pop into your mind, and it'll help to relieve that lonely feeling that is very third dimensional and lower vibe, which can actually keep you stuck in that old paradigm, as we are trying to shoot ourselves up into the unity consciousness and letting this 0 point energy and these 5D grids fully anchor into Gaia. So let's see. New assignment downloads are occurring over the next week. Random flashes of insight and new awarenesses will be coming to the forefront. So spend time in meditation and reflection as these new codes integrate into your awareness. This is a call for the void to be a fresh template to work with. This is what it was shown to me, is the void is essentially a blank blueprint that you can work with and start to build your reality the way you want. So it was shown to me as like a sub template. So if we have like the 5D template, the sub template is almost your template for the world that you want to coexist in the fifth dimensional reality with. So I was pulled up here tonight. I went into meditation. I've been meditating a lot today, and I was pulled up by a few people and taken to my sub-template in order to kind of show me the fertile soil that I'm working with, and asked me, I had some beings ask me, what do you want for yourself as you're going to be coexisting on this the 5D template? And basically I picked out a few things, and I'm going to work with it more. I just want to make sure that it's coming from a spot of purity as I'm manifesting these things into my reality, so it's in full alignment with the fifth dimensional template, and those relationships that I want to manifest on that template as well, they have to be in tune to that frequency. So there might be a delay time in these things arriving, but it's all about our magnetism and keeping our frequency high so we can pull these things in and create space for these new things to arrive. And so if you found you've been stripped bare bones to nothing but yourself, it's because the universe is working in your favor right now in order to make sure you build out your sub-template, so then the universe can pull you in the direction where all of those things will work with you on the 5D timeline that we're currently anchoring in to Mother Earth right now. So the best way to access this is through breathwork and meditation, which will really help you to start planting your own seeds and to build out the world you wish to co-create it in. But be clear with your heart-based intentions in order to remove 3D obstacles from obstructing your 5D template. So anything ego-based, anything 100% self-serving that's not going to serve the collective will not arrive. But you can kind of give a general a clear enough general theme to make sure the universe puts you exactly where you need to be in order to build out once we hit complete 0 point energy, which is extremely close right now, which is unlimited potentialities, source energy here on Earth that we're getting closer to. The universe will start to pull you in the direction of everything you want and you desire, even if that includes being with your soulmate, being with your twin flame, where you want to live, what your mission's going to be doing. But the call is to release expectation and to let go and to let those things fall into place and to let the universe do that creation for you. So the only thing that's asked for you is to visualize and to put that into the sub-template, and then the universe is going to bring in everything you need in order to get there. Let's see here. So chakra expansion will continue to occur through this integration phase. Make sure to take necessary steps in order to ease the process along. Subconscious projections will arrive in order to clear out and trigger the last bits of density residing in your being during this summer wave of intense energies. So anything that's like lingering in your chakra system or anything in your subconscious mind is going to be projected out to show you what needs to be worked on. Especially if there's more that needs to be cleared or more that needs to be fixed that's sitting in your field. As long as you step into the solution and you don't start vibrating at the problem frequency, which is, oh my gosh, this is happening, why is this happening, and playing out that reality and that negative thought loop. As soon as you step into the solution, you're going to start to clear that out of your field, upload the solution into your grid, and then you're going to notice it start to fade away very fast with how fast the manifestation process is, as long as you are doing the work and you are consciously choosing to step away from that belief and that pattern. So bring out your awareness glasses to see through the veils of illusion in your life. Some of you are acquiring a 0 point template, which instructs us to be wiped clean of all energetic attachments. Anything causing a wobble or delay in your frequency will be temporarily removed until you are tuned into alignment with 5D. Trust that this process of removal is happening in order to serve the collective and the gateways that are opening to 5D and higher cognition. So basically, if you have any sort of like relationship attachment, any family attachment, any codependent behavior, anything like that that needs to be worked out in order for you to arrive in 5D, the universe is making space by showing you that awareness and then creating a gap between you and whatever that attachment is in order for you to heal that aspect, to integrate and then align. So that's what this tune-up period is that if you find distance or things being removed from you that are showing you shadow aspects of yourself, step into the solution in whichever way you can. There's a lot of great information about shadow work online. If you have any questions about anything to do with shadow work, you can always shoot me an email or sign up for a coaching session, and I can guide you through my process that I've done with shadow work. Everyone's different, so if my process doesn't work for you, cool, take it or leave it, but that assistance is available if anyone needs that. So as these things are being removed from your life and creating more space, which has been such a common theme in my life as of this year, it's been really painful. But this requires an act of faith in order to guide yourself through the unknown. So check in with your frequency regularly in order to maintain stabilization. The unknown can land you in a lower timeline quickly, and you will be susceptible to critters that will leech onto your field and drain your energy. This is a call to use sharp discernment and overt awareness over your thoughts and frequency as you are rapidly manifesting your reality. So I kind of dropped into some lower timelines over the past few days just because of I had some heavy fear things latch on from one of these Arconian grids that did a backdoor psychic message that struck a level of fear and discord within me and anger and frustration that I then stewed in for a few hours, and it landed me in this lower timeline where, last night I had discarnate souls next to my bed. I woke up this morning feeling like things had entered my field. So I spent all day taking my power back and removing and calling upon my angels, meditation, Reiki, to get rid of everything that I could. And so this is kind of what's going on with the unknown, is to make sure our frequency is as high as possible so we're not susceptible to those leeches. And that's just the main call. And if you do get leeched onto and it leeches onto you so let's say it will be, if it latches onto you and you start to develop, severe anger or severe aggression, look at where you're angry and aggressive in your life. If it starts to feed on you sexually, look at where you have been or you can be, or unresolved sexual issues with yourself. If you've been, addicted to watching pornography, you were addicted to sex, you committed a lot of promiscuous sexual activity, it'll always leach onto a weakness within you in order to reflect that back to you, to show you where you need to strengthen up. So if you do start to feel yourself getting crittery, lower vibe, obsessive thoughts, deep depression, suicidal ideology, quickly talk to someone about it, a professional. There are many great people on YouTube that you can access, that you can talk to. You can always email me. It's something I've worked through my entire life. I've actually been dealing with energies and entities my entire life, and attacks of all kinds, and can help you to find a solution to it. And the biggest thing that I do to be able to help is I do candle work, but I also do shadow work, and I also do Reiki in order to expel these things from myself as well. So if you need help with that, let me know. Let's see. Ask your guides and angels to help you in aligning your thoughts with that of the highest vibrational set point for yourself. Surrender all negative thought loops to the Creator in order to align. This may cause disruptions in anything blocking you from achieving your highest ideals. And so if you find that because you are doing this level of clearing and deep purging right now, if you are feeding the emotion versus feeling, ask for your guides and angels and your highest vibration beings of light, your healing team, your galactic team, to step in order to change your thinking pattern and to change your thought process so it can leave your field as soon as possible and you can align with your highest vibration. So this is something that happened the other day. I get caught in very big negative thought loops and self-sabotage frequency, doubt, fear, reliving old traumas. And so I literally surrendered my thought process to the universe and asked them to step in and to help remove these things from my field and to align myself. And that's causing some distance between some aspects of my life, with relationships, with just different things going on, in order to help to change that process. So reprogramming the subconscious mind in a healthy way through, binaural beats, healthy distractions, and not bypassing, but just not sitting in that negative thought loop. So you want to break that cycle. Thought stopping is another great thing to research. A great tool for thought stopping is to actually record 60 seconds of silence on your phone, and then clap very loud and yell "stop" at the top of your lungs. And then what you can do is play it back and play a negative thought loop over and over and over until you hear the clap and the stop, and then quickly shift your focus. Now, this isn't bypassing, this is actually stopping a negative thought loop. So the idea is to feel an emotion if it's happening. Don't just stop the emotion, let it process. But if you find yourself getting caught in that negative thought loop, practice that stopping technique, and then quickly shifting your focus to your highest vibrational set point. Live in joy, in love, and things like that. It's going to help to combat that, and also to help fight off anything that leaches onto your field. So, let's see. So I have some more information. I'll just read about these enslavement grids. These enslavement grids have been slowly disintegrating in order to break the human population free from the controls of the higher order. These grids survive off of our fears. Those batteries regenerate when the system has weakened. They will attack our fields in order to show us what needs to be worked on. So that's how we alchemize this, like I talked about earlier. And so as these grids begin to fail, they attack stronger in order to keep their supports alive. They have enslaved us for eons, and it is now our call to remove all old programming and to purge in order to evolve into the 5D template and restore Earth to its newest vibrational set point. And I just talked more about subtemplates, which is stuff that I already went over earlier. So may your build out be strong. Forces have come to our aid in accessing our own templates and to make room for the larger packages or downloads to arrive. These energetic tune-ups are aligning you and are blessing you with the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Your mastery and work has not gone unnoticed. Begin to accelerate your healing by slowing down and resting. Begin to remove obstacles in your way. Trust that you are protected, and so are your sacred relationships. If deconstruction is happening, trust it's happening for a grander scheme. Your temporary ego attachment isn't serving the collective, so let go and trust that your frequencies will align in the divine timing and orchestration in order to serve the mission at hand. So this is mainly for, like, if you're in a soulmate, twin flame sort of dynamic, and your frequencies are at a wobble right now as you are integrating, those things are going to be removed so you can get your frequency up. It's not happening to hurt you, it's happening to save both of you and to get you aligned with that fifth dimensional relationship blueprint, or higher if you're going higher than 5D. I'm talking of if you're landing in a 5D template. So if that space is being created, just trust the process, hold on for dear life, and know that's what is yours will always be for you, and to really trust and surrender to that unknown, but to listen to your intuition, because your intuition will tell you and your guides will tell you that everything's going to be okay. You just need to go through this in order to align fully and get everything you need to serve the collective. Because remember, if the universe is going to spare your temporary ego satisfaction to help out millions of people on planet Earth, they are going to not give you everything your ego wants in order to serve the collective. So if it's temporarily being removed from your life, it's because it's serving a lot greater purpose, and we need to trust in that orchestration 100%, which is hard. I still have a tough time with it. I don't like loss. I don't like losing people I love. But I do know what my guidance has told me, and I have to trust that it's all working out in my favor. I may just not see it right now. So those blessings are coming down the road. There's just some work that needs to be done right now to become aligned with that. So concentrate on your purity and to expel any toxicity from your environment, as this is causing the grids to remain active and open that are currently dismantling in our society. So you begin to notice a shift in the people around you as your tuning aligns. Harmonious offerings and blossoming relationships will begin to unfold for you. Old people will resurface on a new template. Use your discretion when re-entering these old relationships, but trust that the universe will remove anything blocking you from your most authentic self. If you are living honestly, truthfully, in line with Source, you have nothing to fear. Any alternate agendas from a spot of unpurity will land you in the appropriate detour to correct those traits, behaviors, or patterns in order to align you with your truth and your potential. So if there's any sense of impurity within you, you may have to be called onto a detour in order to grow and to evolve and expand. And don't judge it. It's just part of your lesson that you needed to go through to land to that spot of purity. Nothing wrong with it. No judgment here. But if you are living honestly, truthfully, and in line with Source Creator, and you are trying your best, you have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear at all. And the fear that is popping up is not yours, and it's these negative grids that are weakening that are popping up to try to come back up. So just be very mindful of that as it's happening. There's also a lot of soul fragment returns that are happening globally. This is from self-work you are doing in Dreamscape, and the hard work is paying off. You'll notice yourself feeling foggy in the morning time. This is from astral work, where you are retrieving lost aspects. So there's been a lot of astral dance parties, a lot of soul fragment returns, things like that, really stepping more into our sovereignty and, soul binding, soul fragmentation. Anything that aligns with that, those aspects are being called back and are being stripped away, like the soul binding things and whatnot. And so if you wake up extremely foggy and extremely like you just like did a mission in Dreamscape, it's probably because you did. So just a call to be mindful that that's happening right now. So you might find yourself, dipping really low and then waking up in the morning being like super whole but super drained and feeling it in your body and just like you need to rest. If that's a call and you have the opportunity to do it, just do it. Honor what your body needs, because that's what this new paradigm is calling for, is a lot more. It's not grind. It's 5D is a lot slower paced than 3D is. And so that slowing down is actually getting you ready for the fifth dimensional experience, which is a lot easier. Easy does it, a lot more fun, a lot more rest, a lot more honoring of our bodies and ourselves. So the month of September will be filled with an adjustment period as you are settling in your new energy. Give yourself time and space to sync with your new reality and your new ways. This will cause old aspects to not want to leave, and resistance will slow down the integration process. It's normal for old aspects to want to stick around for a while, but the more you let go, the easier the transition will be. And so that has been a key thing, is, these old aspects not wanting to leave, even though consciously I want them to go. Subconsciously, they're so familiar that they want to hold on for dear life. And so if this is happening to you, just let go, feel it, let go and let God. I love that phrase, let go and let God. And we can even say let go and let Source, like just trust. Let go and trust that this is what you want. This is what you signed up for. This is part of the greater purpose. And so as these old aspects are dying away, it's very difficult, because once again, you're stepping into something completely new. And as you're stepping into something completely new for yourself, you are going to, there's a lot of unsurety and a lot of unknown of what it's going to be like. And there's so much familiarity with our patterns and our broken ways of thinking, and, our messed up patterns. So make sure to know that if you are resisting any of that change, it could take longer for the integration to happen. Everyone's timeline's different. One person may be able to integrate in a week. Some people, it may take 2, 3, 4 months. Honor your process, and if your process is really quick and another person's process is really slow, honor your process and try not to judge their process. Everyone is different, and everyone handles things different, has different contracts and different ways of doing things. And so if you are integrating faster and other people are falling out of alignment, trust that they're going to arrive. If they're meant to stay in your reality, they're going to arrive in their time, and to just focus on yourself and to do your work and to get into alignment and to let everything come to you and become a magnet of your reality in order to pull in all of these things that you need in order to feel free, to feel abundant, to keep your highest vibrational set point, to land you in that perfect area with the perfect job, the perfect career, the perfect business idea, the perfect partners, the perfect friends, the perfect relationship. All that stuff is aligning for you. We just need to let go of the old and become a magnet to pull those things in. So that's all I've got. Let me see. Yeah, that's all I've got from this channeling. So that was a long one, but much love and respect to everybody on the Webiverse. That was a lot of information. Um, Reiki circles are still happening Thursdays and Sundays. I have Ascension coaching and one-on-one Reiki available. I took the free chakra checkups actually off my appointed calendar just because I can't afford them anymore. Um, I have a gift and I want to share that, and I want to be able to do this full time and be able to have everything I want that I put in my template, in my sub template for 5D, and to be able to create that world I want. And so I had to remove the chakra checkups. But if anyone has any questions or just wants to reach out, send some love, go ahead and do so. Shoot me an email. There's also I was going to announce this yesterday as I'm putting this out on Thursday morning. I'm going to be doing a free Reiki circle. So the free Reiki circle is going to be for the first 25 people that comment on this video. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, the first 25 people that comment on this video, I will put you on my email list, and you'll get into the Reiki circle for free. So it caps at 25 people, but I wanted to do a gigantic free Reiki circle to help everybody to integrate these downloads and remove any blocks that are blocking you from being able to integrate fully. I love doing the group Reiki sessions. I do them a little differently. It's more of an integrated way of working. So I speak light language. I also call in your guides and your team to sit there right next to you as I'm doing Reiki on you, so you can get messages, you can connect with them. I've had quite a few people actually leave their body in the middle of Reiki to go astral travel. Some people have had their guides pull them away and tell them stuff about them and make connections. And as I'm speaking the light language, new codes are going to be activated for you. I work on clearing energies and clearing entities, and upgrading, expanding, and protecting and healing your chakra system. So it's more of a ceremony than it is just a Reiki session. So it's really neat, and the more people I get in there that are in tuned, the more powerful the session is. And so I really wanted to gift all of my subscribers and all of the people that I work with an opportunity to get a free hour Reiki session. So I will be posting the link for that in the comment box to sign up for that. So the first 25 people to comment, you'll get added in, and you'll get a free hour's worth of Reiki at the time slot. I haven't picked the time slot yet. I'll make the room tomorrow, which will actually be today when this gets posted, and look forward to that. And I look forward to working with all of you that join that circle and getting the healing energies going and really helping us to align with our fifth dimensional template, accessing more of these potentialities as we are nearing 0 point, and help to kind of slow down the wobble and ease the integration process. So much love and respect to everybody out in the Webiverse. I love you all. Thank you for your continued support, and let's keep doing what we're doing. Keep purging, keep releasing, keep integrating, and I will see you guys on the other side. Namaste.